What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball FighterZ for y'all. And this time we are going to be talking about the problem with our good buddy Cell.
Sonic Fox, I would need to win one. So here we go. Oh, that was so loud. Talk to me. That was music to my earlobes.
Once upon a time, Cell was considered basically the best character in the game in season 1. Maybe with a little bit of hindsight we might disagree with this, but he was one of the first characters that had saucy combos, 50-50s off everything, crazy touch of deaths, all the stuff we love now in season 3. Cell has come a long way from season 1, from basically the very top to pretty low to pretty good in this patch. He has a bunch of stuff that we really like in a Dragon Ball FighterZ character as well. So to start would be his block strings. So not only does he have good frame data on basically all his moves, or his core moves that you would use, but he also has 2 extra normals that other characters don't have. So he does not have just a 5M, but he has a 5M into 4M follow-up with the same frame data. He also has a 6H, a low hitting move that is also -5. Another nice benefit of these normals is that he's able to attack from ranges that other characters traditionally cannot attack from, because he's so tall and so strong. Most characters cannot attack from this range very easily, but Cell is able to. The other benefit of being tall and strong is that he has moves that travel very far, which means he can keep advancing forward after a reflect. He also has excellent corner carry. He's always been really good at this. Having a horizontal J2H is sometimes not the best thing, but thanks to the way his combos work, he's very good at putting people in the corner. He also has good anti-air compared to other characters, generally in his perfect attack and EX perfect attack. These moves are head invincible and lead into really high damage follow-ups. So EX perfect attack in particular is a frame 1 head invincible move, so there are spots where he's able to use it as a reversal and escape. He also has a pretty underrated screen control assist in his A assist, the Kamehameha that aims downwards. This is based off his J236S, and it covers a good portion of the screen. It's been buffed over time to be easier to hit confirm. Now, a big new thing for season 3 is that they added a new way for his EX rolling attack to hit. His EX rolling attack now crosses up in the corner, which gives him an extremely fast overhead option that crosses up. So you might be thinking, okay, this is pretty scary, so I'm not gonna actually try to block this. I'm gonna just try to get him off with something like sparking. But his level 3 has a lot of frame advantage, so there's 2 ways he can actually bait you for doing this. He can straight up bait you with a backdash after the air dash he does, so something like this, and punish you. Or if he thinks that you're going to wait a little bit or wait to see if you blocked a move or something, he can use EX perfect attack to bait your sparking, because he will disappear and reappear after the activation of the spark, like that. So this creates a pretty unique guessing game of his level 3. So most people who have good frame advantage on their corner level 3s, it's a pretty even guessing game between the attacker and the defender. But in Cell's case, it's definitely overwhelmingly in his favor, and if he hits you, you're definitely going to die. This creates a pretty painful situation, especially if he's point. So if he's point and he hits you, he's going to lead into this level 3 or 2-touch you. If you hit him and he sparks you, he's going to get the meter for the level 3 anyway, and then you have to deal with that as well. It's a pretty strong, really stressful situation. Well, if that's as good as it sounds, then why don't people play him so much anymore? After he was nerfed in season 2, they actually changed his jab from a 6-frame jab to a 7-frame jab. That was enough to make many people drop him. In season 2, we started using snapback much more. He's a character that's tall, so he was vulnerable to the offensive fuzzy that was very popular in season 2. He is also much taller than normal characters. So here, for instance, we have 21, who is also considered to be a tall character in this game. She was vulnerable to the offensive fuzzy mix-ups last season as well. But on her, you basically could only do things like that, like a Ryzen JL. So here we have Bardock on 21. So you'll see that this JM basically never hits her because she's a normal tall character. Cell is so tall that there are cases where you could make the JM hit So that meant that he had to deal with multiple timings of overheads and lows. It was a pretty tough thing to deal with. In Season 2, a lot of people didn't like picking tall characters because they didn't like this offensive fuzzy mix-up, but I actually think it affected the very tall characters more because they had to deal with way more variety of timings and delays on these unseeable mix-ups. The actual amount of times this comes up in a match and how technically effective they are is a really different discussion, but it was definitely a downside to playing him that he had to deal with the extra layers on top of the already unseeable high-low. The biggest thing though as a character is that his full screen presence is kind of meh. So one move we did not talk about, for example, is his Ki Blast. It does not reach full screen. It's pretty reminiscent of Cooler. The Ki Blast you would use is 2S, which is a lunging Ki Blast that's plus, but it's a Ki Blast, so you can reflect it. This is his Air JS. It's pretty slow. It does jail into vanish, but it has a lot of recovery. You mostly see this just in combos. So as far as full screen tools, he basically has his beam and his air beam. And as you all know, Dragon Ball 101, when they whiff a beam, you super dash at them. So he's really reliant on full screen assist to protect him. Now, the good news though is that if you don't feel like playing him point for some reason, he does have a good assist, and that level 3 is a DHC level 3, so you can access this from a good point like Kid Buu, Teen Gohan, or any of the other traditional points we have in the game right now. So while Cell is a strong character, for sure, his lack of full screen presence and how committal he has to be on some of his tools are a really big point, and it's always been a reason he's been unpopular even after they kind of reinvigorated him, gave him his elbow back, gave him new tools to try to encourage people to play him again. Let me know how you guys feel about this though. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.